Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube tech guy. Hey guys, so today we are reviewing the Galaxy Watch Active, Samsung's inexpensive smartwatch to try to really compete with the more fitness trackers and cheaper form smartwatches on the market. Now, first and foremost, I want to start off this review by getting to the things you guys have been asking me most, and that is two big things. One, no, it does not have a speaker. So that's a big question that a lot of people ask, so I wanted to answer that first. It does not have a speaker. What does that mean? It means if you pick up a phone call on the watch, it does not go to the watch, it goes straight to your phone and the phone will pick it up on speaker. Two, you cannot play music through the watch. You can have the built-in 4 gigs of storage, but it will only play through Bluetooth speaker or Bluetooth headphones. It does not have a speaker of its own. And three, Bixby does not talk back to you. It only displays the answers. If you ask it the weather or anything like that, it will show you your schedule, weather, anything on the screen, but it will not speak back to you. So that is a big missing feature that the other Galaxy watches do have. Second is the battery life. The battery life is slightly less compared to the other two Galaxy watches. This has a full 2-day battery life, meaning you'll get to the 3rd day morning with regular use. Now, I mean running, I mean kind of being active, and also just kind of using it on a day-to-day basis for notifications and everything such as that nature, finding your device, all of that, you'll get to the 3rd day morning. So that is going to be less, however, than the other two Galaxy watches. The Galaxy Watch 42mm does have a day longer battery life for anywhere from $50 to $100 more, so keep that in mind. And of course, the bigger Galaxy Watch, the Galaxy Watch that I currently own, the 46mm, does have a full 4-day battery life, meaning I will get to the 5th day morning. Now, these battery lives are almost cut in half, or have a day less rather, if you do happen to use the always on display. The One UI is one of the biggest differences of this watch, and really it just slightly looks different from the standard Galaxy Watch. The One UI on this watch, I would say the biggest difference comes from the settings. Settings in the old Galaxy Watch, you had 8 quick commands when you swipe down, and you can edit them to make them what you want. On the new Galaxy Watch with the One UI, you do have now 16 just between 2 pages, and you can reorder them however you want. But this is nice because you have all your quick commands accessible to you. But that is going to be the biggest difference between the One UI. So yes, the Galaxy Watch will most likely get it, but it could be a month or 2 or so before it does. The other thing I would say is this watch is really about having the smallest smartwatch to date. And I think that it's trying to hit the people that I still get told to me this day, smartwatches are just too big. This is a very thin profile, not only that, but it's also smaller. So I really think it's for people that still think smartwatches are too big in general. This is really good for that. And I think that is appealing to the people that they are targeting towards. Obviously it's not me, and I would say this is even too small for when I showed it to my wife and to my mom, and they have gotten every single Samsung smartwatch that was geared towards women or a smaller wrist size. So I kind of always use that as kind of a test. There is no way they would upgrade from the Galaxy Watch to the Galaxy Watch Active, because that would in fact be a downgrade. It's just not a better watch, it's an alternative to it, and a cheaper alternative at that. And again, I think that brings us to the affordability. It is $200. And yes, they had to cut some corners, mainly with battery life and with the speaker, but affordability is a big thing. And for $200, it really is trying to go against the fitness smartwatches that are out there, like the Versa, and as well as the other cheaper Android Wear watches, or Wear OS now. Now, with that being said, it really is all about the fact that this smartwatch, I think, does deliver a great battery life and does deliver a really good features. And I think it's probably the best interface in a smartwatch at $200. However, is it the best battery life? No. Does it have the most versatility in terms of being able to answer your phone calls? No. So you have to kind of figure out what you want. I think the fitness tracking is really good, maybe not on the level of a Fitbit, but still really good. And the Samsung Health app is one of the best health apps, in my opinion, out there on the market, and definitely better than Google's Fit currently is. So I would say this is a smartwatch you should take a look at if you want that affordable pricing. However, I would also say you should take a look at the regular Galaxy Watch 42mm when it goes on sale, because when it does go on sale, it can be as cheap as $250, which for $50 more, in my opinion, having a day longer battery life, having the speaker, and just having, I think, a better overall experience is something that I would recommend going out for. Now, I don't like the charger that it comes with as well. I did note that in the original first impressions. I wish that Samsung would have made it closer to the charger that the Galaxy Watch comes with, but again, I know they're cutting corners. And the last thing I will say is that you can always change out the bands, which I do like. like. They also give you a large and a small band in the box, but it's a standard 22mm band, and that really does help out overall with your changing out and personalizing the smartwatch to your liking, because there are plenty of bands you can buy on Amazon. Although I do always recommend finding the quick release bands. Those are always the best way to go about it. So that being said, would I recommend the Galaxy Watch Active? Again, I think if you're looking for an affordable price smartwatch, this is one you should take a look at. However, there is one with an amazing battery life that we are going to review later on next week, and I think that one would probably be the best overall one I would most likely recommend for a affordable conscious smartwatch, or wait till the regular Galaxy Watch goes on sale if you don't want the smallest screen possible. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, I like this design. I really thought that the bezels were too big, and I really wish that Samsung hopefully goes all the way bezel-less design with the next Galaxy Watch Active, and it could be a very attractive smartwatch with the bigger display and overall a better overall experience. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think they should go with this style display, but narrow out the bezels for the next higher tier Galaxy Watch? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.